One final test, a simple one. I intentionally spilled a bucket of water near the executive elevators. Nothing dangerous, nothing harmful, just enough to create inconvenience. Richard arrived moments later, saw the spill, saw me, and exploded. Not because of the mess, because he believed he finally had someone powerless to attack. His voice echoed through the hallway. Employees stopped and stared. The rant lasted nearly 3 minutes. Every insult, every accusation, every ounce of contempt. And then, he crossed a line. "You people are all the same." The hallway became silent. Even Richard realized what he'd said, but instead of apologizing, he doubled down. That's when I knew. The investigation was over. Monday morning, executive board meeting, all senior leadership present, including Richard, confident as ever. The chairman opened the meeting, then smiled. "We have a special guest joining us." Richard looked confused. The door opened. I entered. Not as Daniel, not as a janitor, as David Lawson, CEO. Silence. Richard's face turned pale. At first he didn't understand, then he did, and the color drained from his skin, completely. I placed a folder on the table. Inside were weeks of observations, witness statements, documentation, evidence. I looked directly at him. "Good morning, Richard." Nobody moved, nobody spoke. The room felt frozen. "I've spent the last month working in this building." His eyes widened. "As a janitor." The silence became unbearable. Every executive stared at Richard, then at me, then back at Richard. I continued, "And I learned more about our culture in 30 days than I had in 3 years. Richard tried to speak. Nothing came out. For the first time in his career, he was powerless. I stood at the head of the table. "Do you know what surprised me most?" Nobody answered. It wasn't the disrespect. It wasn't the arrogance. It wasn't even the bullying. I paused. It was how predictable it was. I looked directly at Richard. "You treated powerful people with respect. You treated vulnerable people with contempt. That isn't leadership. That's performance." The room remained silent. Every word landed. Heavy, precise, unavoidable. I continued.